Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Screwston in the mix, and so we had some exciting news, a lot of exciting news in the Texans world, man. Pretty much to lump it up, we did better than what I thought we would do. Um, with the addition of Mathieu, definitely Suafilo won't be coming back, which is another good thing. Giacometti is not coming back. And from what B.O.B. has been reporting, looking into maybe like somebody like Davenport taking a left tackle spot. It's a lot of stuff that we're going to cover here today. So pretty much, first things first, my biggest thing that I really want to talk about, number one, is kind of re-signing Brandon Weeden and what that does for the team and as an organization. I mean, Brandon Weeden is not a above average quarterback, but he's sufficient for what we need, and I think that we'll also attack another quarterback in the draft to get another dual threat quarterback to do that. But I think that provides stability. That provides stability and a lot of good things for our offense, and our offense would really thrive in that situation with bringing back somebody like Brandon Weeden, in my opinion. Brandon Weeden wasn't firing on all cylinders. I mean, he's a great, accurate quarterback. Definitely lacks arm throwing power, stuff like that, but he's a very accurate, intricate quarterback. So I really like that about that signing, re-signing Brandon Weeden. That was something that was big today. Also, other big news is that Suafilo won't be coming back, and what that does for the Texans. Suafilo is Suafilo. There's nothing really to put towards that. Suafilo is Suafilo, man. And with Suafilo gone and actually signing with, of all teams, Tennessee Titans, division rivals, we're going to whoop his ass every year. Not just for just this next season coming up. No matter who we have online, we're going to kill him every game that we play. If he's starting on that O-line, we are going to fuck him up. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. What that brings is that also brings that subpar, non-winning culture that we had with somebody like Suafilo, who cannot really pass block to save his life. Run block in Suafilo was average. Pass block, he was horrible, and I think I'm even giving him too much credit on run block in there. We're just saying that he's average. That he was completely horrible. There is no exceptions for how he was playing, and definitely for him to sign with the Tennessee Titans, that give us something. And that just kind of what's really intricate about all of that, which really not too many people really know about. That really shows that the Texans are paying attention to this culture, that Suafilo was not going to get it done. He is not fitting into our system, and he can't block to save his life, and Deshaun Watson is your #1 priority. So it really puts everything in perspective for what you need to know. Simply, it's self-explanable. Suafilo did not belong here, and they got rid of him. That is one great move that I can actually say that actually made sense, like really good. Made sense, and it was really good. Let's not sign him. Period. Somebody will get him, and that's exactly what happened, man. Also with, of course, Tyrann Mathieu. We've already went over Tyrann Mathieu, but in the defense overall, in a nutshell, my predictions for our defense: J.J. Watt is going to come back, and he's going to look very, very good. I'm not going to say he's going to be back to 20 sack plus J.J. Watt, but he's going to come back and he's going to produce, and I actually think he'll stay healthy throughout the year. Also with somebody that I think is a sleeper, but is going to explode this season, Treston decoud. Treston decoud, I have seen all his college film. I've seen everything that this man does on the field, and I really feel like he is going to be a big piece in that secondary. And guaranteed, I think in OTAs and all this time that they're going to be spending with trying to organize all that, he might definitely be either, I would say probably our slot corner maybe. If not, at the top of the top, he's probably a #2. And that's just because of this is going into his second year, and his name is not established. He did not play too much. But I think that is somebody who's going to come up big. Treston decoud is a really nice physical corner. He's really nice, agile, speed, hip movement is amazing. Definitely, he has high IQ and how to pinpoint the ball in the air. That's somebody that you're going to see this season that's going to make big splashes. I honestly see him as an AJ Bouye 2.0. And not saying as in like skill-wise, but how we moved AJ Bouye into the system and that we really didn't give him that start right off the back and kind of worked him into rotation. I see Treston decoud working the same way, except that we're actually going to keep him and we're actually going to re-sign him. I think that he's a really good, intricate piece in this system, and I think it's really going to thrive. Of course, we have Hal. Hal, he got re-signed, and he's I think he's really good. I like Hal. And also Tyrann Mathieu. I think Tyrann Mathieu, they might move him in the strong safety. They might play him strong safety. Of course, Tyrann Mathieu, tackling ability, hard hitter, definitely has a nose for the ball, can pinpoint the ball, awareness, everything. He was an all-pro safety. What we can't expect nothing less from Tyrann Mathieu than a very great season, especially with everything, with coming back from his injuries, making sure that he's okay, making sure that he established himself with the team, and I think he's really ecstatic to be here. Texas is closer to Louisiana, which is where he's from. He was in Arizona, which, I mean, is still a skip and a hop away, but still, that holds very deep to him too as well. And you can tell with his culture and how he really presents himself that that's something that he's really home-oriented. And I think that's something that's nothing but positives in that situation. Honestly, I would say Clowney, he's going to have a nice year, of course. Also, with our linebacking core, I see them making some not too drastic changes, but something really intricate that they might imply, and that's something that, like, maybe moving McKinney and Cole in the middle and leaving Cunningham on the outside. We're going to see a different rotation of linebackers, especially at that right outside linebacker spot, that I think that we're going to see a lot of moving around and trying to fit in the right person that can fit in that spot. When you have Merciless at left outside linebacker, and you got McKinney, you got Cole, you got Cunningham at the middle, but that right outside linebacker position, I think is something that needs to be addressed in the sense of Clowney, technically Clowney is a right outside linebacker. Drop y'all's comments down below and tell me how y'all feel about this right here. Clowney actually keeping his hand in the damn dirt. Clowney in college, 4.3 pass rusher, right off of that right end. He was really, really fucking good. He's athletic enough to be the outside linebacker, but I would really like him inside, and I think that's something that they might explore with Romeo Crennel, trying to get back in the swing of things and actually having pieces that he's seen actually grow and develop, that when he was in DC, he actually watched and had to carefully dissect everyone on this team, and I think that he's seen the playmakers that we can have at linebacker, and moving Clowney to right end might be the smartest move to make. And last but not least is Aaron Colvin. Aaron Colvin is a, I guess for lack of better words, question mark. Colvin is a question mark. He played slot corner for a really good secondary. You have AJ Bouye. You have Jalen Ramsey. You have a lot of these guys that are back here that could really help you out in a lot of different ways, and they're very, very, very stacked to where it can make him look like an all-star. So really this season is definitely to see what Colvin is made of. I think they're going to throw him straight into the fire. He's not going to be a slot corner. He's going to be a number 2 or a number 1, and that's who we're going to rock with. And I can tell you that right here, right now, he's not going to be a slot corner. From what I've been reading, he's not going to be a slot corner. So we're going to see what he's all about. I mean, I've watched this film. He looks pretty good. Solo on his own. He has great awareness to kind of see where the ball is going to be placed. He has great eye contact with the wide receiver at all times with his back towards the quarterback, and seeing that when they make contact backwards, that he's looking back to defend the ball. He's really good at that. I've actually seen that, and that was something that I was really impressed with Colvin. And he's a really good blitzer too as well. He's a great tackler, great form tackler actually at that. I was watching some of that. The sacks that he had on Osweiler, the sacks that he had on other guys in the division and the AFC in general, it was actually really nice to see somebody who's really aggressive in that sense. I think defense is going to be stacked. I think defense is actually going to be something great with the head of the snake, Romeo Crennel. You know, Cornell did a great job as DC for us, man. Cornell, I think with him moving back and actually going in there and actually having his hand on the defense and saying, hey, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, and implementing those plays, dissecting teams, Cornell is one of the best, if not the best, in the league at that. And I think Cornell, at the head of this snake, is just going to pretty much destroy and show why he's one of the best defensive coordinators in the NFL. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. A lot of people have been asking me for this, and so I'm going to give you one. I'm not firm on it. I'm definitely not firm on it, but I think this is something that I'm kind of going to stick by. I think that the Texans' record for next year, 10-6. I see it right now as a 10-6. With the signings that they made on O-line, with definitely, they said that implementing Davenport as that starting left tackle, that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge. If Davenport actually plays like I predict him to play, that's going to be huge. Honestly, with the rest of the O-line, when you have all these guys that they brought in, the guy from Chiefs, the Saints, all these pieces realistically are upgrades over what we had. That's pretty much all it is that they're better and upgrading what we had. And I think that right now we have a something that we can deal with here that we can actually piece together and keep Deshaun Watson upright. That's the main thing. But the biggest thing of them all, which actually was released today, was that B.O.B. said that he was firm on playing, that Foreman will be back, fully ready, but also he might be implemented as a starter. He can see him as a starter. What does that mean for us, and what does that mean for Lamar Miller and the whole Texans organization? I think that they're looking for something to actually use him as trade bait to move up. Miller has not been the perfect running back that we wanted, honestly, in my personal opinion. He was not what I expected, and this is why. I've thought with bringing in somebody as big as Miller and as big as his name was in that sense, that we might be able to implement a zone run scheme, but we stuck with a power scheme. Miller is not a power back. Miller is never going to be that power back. Miller is that one guy, if you give me direction, you give me a zone, you give me a stretch, you give me a power O, you give me something, and I can find a crease to wiggle through and break. He's just not that power guy. You're not going to get ISOs out of him. You're not going to get power O schemes out of him inside the guards. And you're not going to get that. He's more of an outside the tackle, and I think that they see something that I've been saying all along. If you're going to have access to guys in the draft like Chubb and Bo Scarborough that actually fit your power scheme, and you've seen flashes from Foreman that he looks really, really fucking good. He looks really good. That's undeniable. But that means that if you see somebody like Bo Scarborough or Nick Chubb, like you see the guys with, it didn't work out well for Tennessee, but you had Tennessee with DeMarco Murray and Derrick Henry. You had teams like the Bengals who had Giovanni Bernard, Jeremy Hill, and then on top of that, they just added Mixon. Then you have other teams that's running that dual running back threat. Like that right there is just crazy all in its own. You have Eagles with Ajayi and Blunt. You have these teams that are implementing and showing that this works, and I think that something like that is something that they're looking at. Definitely that's something that they are probably going to look and address and maybe say, hey, if we can move on from Miller and move up in the draft, or we can move on from Miller and get a quite intricate piece that we can trade for, that's an option. I just think that said Miller is not off limits. Quite frank, that's what I really feel about it. Miller has been a great running back for us. Like I've said, he's not lived up to what I kind of expected from him. And it's not necessarily his fault. It's the system and how the scheme is ran. That's really the scheme's fault, and B.O.B. not implementing him right. And I think that Miller can thrive elsewhere, and it just probably won't be here. That's a lot, man. It's just a lot going on in the city in general, in the city of Houston. The Rockets with the #1 power ranking. The Rockets are fit to win it all this year. The Rockets are fit to win it all this year. They have the pieces in place, and they showed you that James Harden, with the addition of CP3, everybody was like, oh, there's only one ball. You can't have both of these guys on one team. You can't do this. James Harden is a ball hog. James Harden this, James Harden that. Well, guess what? Everybody can take them words and shove it right where they came from, because James Harden has proved that he's the MVP of the league, and that he's shown that him and CP3 have been one of the best tandems that have came to Houston in a while. Set a franchise record for the most wins. The Rockets are pointed up, and they can go nowhere but up. I think that they will meet in the Western Conference Finals, and that it's going to be it's going to be nasty with everything that's going on. And also with the Warriors not having Steph Curry for the first round, I think is going to make it hard on them to play that much even more harder, because they don't have that really deep three range threat. Klay Thompson, of course, he's still there. KD can also let some threes go, but Steph Curry is that guy. He is the head of your team. He's your floor general. He's everything. And when you don't have him, you can definitely tell that the Warriors are a little off kilter. So that's going to be something that's going to be that you need to look out for. Definitely moving closer into NBA playoffs, I'm going to start, going more in depth into basketball. I know mainly it's Texans, and with everything going on free agency, this is a big deal for Texans fans, because usually in all coming years we don't do shit in free agency, man. We've been stale in free agency, and so that is something that is really kind of big, that they've made as many moves as they have. I'm really surprised. Am I happy with all of them? No, but definitely I'm surprised that they made the moves that they have. I think definitely right now everything is pointing up for Houston in general. Of course, the Astros are looking really good. Of course, coming off a World Series, they're going to be coming into this definitely this new season with a lot of momentum. I see a lot of good things coming from that too as well. I see no reason why we should bring another ship home. Astros done it. I think it's the Rockets' turn, and especially the Texans are going to turn right back around, bounce back, and then give you another one. I think that's really my expectations, and I think that's everybody's expectations. That's what you want from your team. You want a team that's going to give you the best chance to win the Super Bowl. And I think this Houston team is looking real fit. We're going to have to see what happens with OTAs, of course. We're going to have to see what a lot of things with training camps, mini camps, rookie mini camps, and of course the draft. Which I'll give y'all a little snippet on the draft, man. I can't go too much in detail, but the draft, we have really something nice for y'all, man. Of course, Ed Honcho and the whole roundtable, man, we have something greatly planned for y'all, man, when it comes to the draft, man. So y'all got to stick around. Y'all got to be around for the draft. I appreciate all y'all who are subbed, who likes, comments, share, subscribe, all that stuff, man. I appreciate all the love I've been getting. Definitely, y'all are going to see this video before my hair is gone. So y'all are going to have this. Y'all see this probably the next time you see me. Maybe it might be gone. So we'll see how all that goes, man. But definitely, man, like I said, I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Y'all been showing tons of love and support. Y'all been coming through to the round table, and we have big things in store for y'all, man. We're just one big well-oiled machine, man, that we're coming and we're ready, man. We just want to do the best that we can, man. So greatly I appreciate all the love, the comments, the subs, everything, man. Y'all been sharing, liking, everything, man. So I really do appreciate y'all, man. So I greatly appreciate it, man. But definitely look out for more videos, man. Roundtable, of course, is still going to be on Sunday. We're a little early in the week, so you're definitely going to be doing that. But I appreciate all y'all guys. I love y'all. Like I said, like, comment, share, subscribe, man. And I'm out. It's your boy Screwston.